I was at the bus stop for many years in middle school and high school with the future department chair of Harvard University's medical department. And his father was a university professor, and my father was a failed successive steel company founder. And his father knew a hell of a lot more than mine did, and he knew a hell of a lot more than I did, and I was competing with him, and he always had better ideas, arguments, and evidence and value. And so it's really hard to win an argument when your values and your evidence and your views and your logic are inferior to your opponent. And over the years, you fall back on what you're good at, and I fell back on sheer volume. I just had louder values, and louder arguments, and louder logic than he did. So he told me his ears were ringing when he got to school in the morning. And so I went to college. I tried out for the choral society because they visit girls' colleges, and girls at that time for biological reasons seemed interesting, even though to your brain they didn't appear interesting at all. But biologically they were interesting, and I thought going to singing to girls was a way to break the ice, because I didn't have a lot of girl talent in those days. And so I joined this choral society and had auditioned. You had passed the audition to join the girl society. And he had a sight reading thing where he gave you some music and asked you to read it. I kept saying, I don't like this piece. I did, I think, twice and got away with it. And then the third time he was suspicious that it had nothing to do with me liking it. I was shifting pieces until I got one that I already knew. So I admitted it to him that I was actually trying to shift the pieces I already knew. And then he gave me a piece I already knew, and I started to sing. About 15 seconds into it, he stopped the piece. He said, "What's that?" I said, "That was me singing the piece." He said, "That was war." He said, "That's not a voice, that's a weapon." And I said, "Does that mean I failed the audition?" And he said, "Well, it was in tune war." The loudest in tune version of that passage I have ever heard. And he said, "Maybe we can find some Tchaikovsky, something that's for you to use." And I said, "I didn't know Tchaikovsky did a lot of choral work." He said, "No, but he has canons and stuff like that. Maybe you would be able to take over in some of the canon passages."